Okay, so before I start this video, I just want to apologize that I haven't uploaded in a really long time. And that's because my computer screen got broken, so yeah, I couldn't do stuff. Hello, as you probably don't know, I work on the Bear animated series, or the Berry Cheesy series, made by my good friend Yob. The series is coming up on its 2-year anniversary, so I think it's about time I make a video on it. So for a little bit of background, the reason that I am able to tell you guys all these fun facts and extra details is because I do a lot for the series. I wrote scripts for 6 of the episodes, with there being 13 episodes so far. I also voice acted 6 characters. The show is supposed to be like sort of an Explosion parody, but it's a series with all the VHS-y looks and the 90s aesthetic. Because my good friend Yob made a lot of those in his past. So without further ado, let's jump on into this Easter egg explanation thing. One more thing I want to say is that if, when I say season 1 episode whatever and it's all jumbled up sometimes, that I'm saying it in the canonical air date. So maybe after season 1 episode 8, it could be season 1 episode 10, because season 1 episode 9 has not been released yet, although it comes before episode 10 in the canonical air dates, if that makes sense. Season 1 episode 1, The Special Survivor. What could have been the weirdest episode of the series is also the first one. It's more like the actual Bear Alpha game, where Bear is set to kill the survivors at the Haunted Mansion. One by one, Bear kills all the survivors with an infinite amount of references to Bear Alpha. This goes well until one survivor can't be killed. This survivor actually doesn't know why Bear can't kill him, but he does pull out a gun and kills Bear. After this, the Special Survivor goes on to only appear in one cameo in the whole series. Don't worry, he shall return. What I think is interesting about this episode is like an actual bear round, and I think that's really cool. Season 1 episode 2, The Forbidden Cheese. We start this episode with Bear invading the cheese factory, a factory that was shut down back in 1996. This episode takes place in 1999, by the way. He then gets sick and goes to Funky Town Goods for some cheese. The store clerk, Bob, sells him the cheese. Bear then brings it home just for an earthquake to happen, and he loses all the cheese. Now, more than anything, this episode is confusing. Why was there a ball that hit the shop? How is Bear alive? Stay tuned on Cartoon Network. Also, if I were to tell you some Easter eggs about this episode, all I have is on Discord when Yob sent me some teasers for something that I didn't even know what he was talking about. I mean, I just thought he was rambling for a while until I actually got invested into the series, and that's why I became a crew member. Season 1, episode 3, Voodoo. In a whole episode based off of the scrapped skin, it's pretty confusing. Bear got Sam a voodoo doll of himself, while Sam gave Bear his own voodoo doll. Sam's ultimate plan was to use his doll to destroy Bear for some reason. However, this backfires as an earthquake is at Bear's house, and it causes the Sam doll to shake and shake until Sam collapses. I can confirm that Sam wanted to destroy Bear because he didn't kill all the survivors in the first episode. There's also an unused image of an alternate way of Sam dying, in quotes. Another fun fact is that Bear gets cut off and only says,
"Take good care of this Sam."
However, the original line was,
"I will take good care of this Sam."
Season 1, episode 4, A Nightmare on Onyikes Street. It's spooky month, so we had a spooky episode. I got one of my friends to voice act for the 70s slasher, and I think the whole thing turned out pretty cool. So in the episode, the 70s slasher tries to scam Bear into letting him into his house. Bear doesn't let him in, so the slasher goes to the Yikes necromancer for some help. The necromancer gives him a potion, and he's off. The slasher breaks into Bear's house, but unluckily for him, Bear was able to see him using a blacklight. I don't have a lot of Easter eggs or fun facts about this episode except for a deleted scene. In this scene, it just shows Bear watching the Bearsons, a bear version of The Simpsons. This was cut due to being unnecessary and pointless to the script. There's also a teaser at the end for an upcoming Christmas special, but this got canned. Season 1, Episode 6, Bear's Wrong Choice. Bear's Wrong Choice follows Bear getting pretty hungry, so he orders some food. When he actually eats his food, he hates it, and he throws it in the trash. This angers the chef, so he puts him in a time machine for 1,000 years. And now time for some Easter eggs, cause yeah, that's the whole episode. This episode actually has an alternate name. Before, this episode was called The Special Menu, but it was dropped because it didn't fall in line with the episode well. This episode is also currently the last episode Yob himself wrote the script for. Season 1, Episode 9, A Very Cheesy Christmas. This episode is really hard to explain, so bear with me. Get it? Bear with me? Bear with me? Guys, I'm so funny! The episode starts off with Bear waking up on Christmas morning. He starts immediately by opening presents. He gets a few weird gifts until he gets a possessed doll that bears the design of Atrocity. Get it? Bears the design. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole episode. Atrocity was originally going to play a big role in the show, but we haven't really figured out what to do with him. I'll promise you this, watch out this new year. Actually, you know that just remember that there's a new episode coming out on the 26th, okay? Season 1, Episode 11, A Very Cheesy Treasure Hunt. In this episode, Bear and Sam go on a treasure hunt for a cheese statue that's under the water. They go to the area only for Bear to drown due to Sam's negligence. Yeah, that's the whole episode. It's peak. This episode was actually the first one to have a script not made by me or Yob. It's actually made by my friend GamerPuppet64. Go give him a sub. He makes a lot of cool content. It's simple, it's nice, it's like a Saturday morning cartoon episode. Well, if Bear didn't make the most horrendous screech since BFB. Season 1, Episode 13, A Very Lovely Valentine's Day. Well, it's Valentine's Day, and Bear needs to find a love interest. He looks far and wide, he's even asking Rob and Sam for help. Both are some sort of wizards or something. Bear eventually gets sent to Lovebug. Bear plays a song for her and she absolutely hates it. She even burns the whole music player. Bear is heartbroken, and the episode ends. There's really nothing to say except for the random selection for some visual gags. Season 2, Episode 6, Dinner with Friends. This episode got a lot of people confused, so bear with me. So basically, Sam gets fed up with Bear, so he tries to spot in a giant orb to stop him. However, Whitey comes in and stops Sam. He brings in Sam for dinner, alongside Lagoon. Lagoon shoots Sam a get out of here kind of look, so Sam books it. It turns out that Whitey was Omen Mall in disguise. Omen Mall tries to chase Sam, and gets Mall Bear and Bear Kate to chase him too. Sam makes it out. Barely. Well, time for some fun facts or something. I can confirm that Whitey is not Omen Mall. Whitey was just not there at the moment. Omen Mall disguised himself as Whitey. Also, the Mall Bear's voice was made just how the original Mall Bear's voice was made. Yob combined a bunch of different text-to-speech voices to make how it sounded. Yeah. Season 2, Episode 9, Bear's Summer Vacation. In this episode, Bear goes to the airport to get on a flight to Savagetopia, basically Savager's Land. However, this cannot be done because his plane gets crash-landed due to a guy on the plane's wing. Nobody on the plane survives except Bear and Sam. They both end up on this island where they meet Smiley S. He's a friendly sun guy until he turns into the Misery Moon. Bear and Sam end up hiding in a cave for the rest of the episode. Before I go into some fun facts, I want to thank the sponsor of this video. Meet the Very Cheesy Roleplay, a Roblox roleplay game where you can play as all your favorite characters from the Bear animated series. This show also has a Discord, so join if you wish. Now back to the video. This episode actually had a very troubled production history. The episode actually got broken in Flip-A-Clip, so what ended up happening is that I went into CapCut and put some segments together, added some voice lines, and added music. Since the file was too big to upload on Discord to send it to Yob, and I had to upload it on my YouTube channel, and then unlist it and send it to Yob so that he could screen record it and then upload it. There's probably a much easier way of doing that, but we did it anyway. Another cool thing is that the island was originally going to be based off of the beach from the Bear roleplay. Bear was also supposed to drive through the Teriyaka intersection in this scene. Season 2, Episode 11, A Very Cheesy Birthday. Yippee! It's the 1-year anniversary of Bear's show. However, Lovebug doesn't like it and fights Bear. Unluckily for Bear, he literally goes insane and ends up in jail. Yeah, this episode is also pretty weird, and it also had a troubled production. It was missing some voice lines, scenes, but we had a deadline, so it had to come out the way it did. I'll share some of the content with you. When the special survivor walks up to Bear, he was supposed to say,
"One day I will kill you all."
This was then followed by Bear saying,
"I am scared for my life."
Bob would then say,
"Hey, I worked in retail, and I came out fine."
The ending was also completely different in this script. Originally, Bear fought Lovebug and knocked her out. Bear would then scream, "I did it!" And then Bob would say, "Cheesecake for everybody." Now, if you thought that was all the cut content from the episode, then you would be mostly wrong. There's only a bit left. At the end, there was going to be a scene trying to foreshadow a yet-to-be-released Halloween episode that got replaced by Nightmare on Yikes Street. The episode was called A Night in Haunted Mansion, and here's the scene. Psycho Bear would say, "We gotta invade that rat," with Ghost Bear saying, "How?" And the scene would end with Psycho Bear saying, "Just like the school." Well, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. There's a lot to unpack, so that's why I haven't been posting much lately, and my broken computer. I've just been working on this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go give Yob a sub. He deserves it. And you can also sub to me, I guess.